walk in.
Hi everyone, welcome back to this installment of Fatima Fridays. Thank you so much for tuning in for this one. If you're new, be sure to subscribe for more and join the little family we started here. So I'm going to jump right into the things I want to talk about in this one. The first thing I want to talk about is something you probably know if you haven't been living under a box, which actually sometimes I am, so scratch that. The Villanova win against, who did they win against? Is it really sad that I've already forgotten? No, but seriously, Villanova's win against North Carolina. Congrats to Villanova. That was like the team I was rooting for. I actually went and watched a lot of the games in like bars and stuff, which was really interesting because it's like a community. Like you find a community pretty much at any like sports bar you go to. So you'll have the fans that are cheering for the team you're cheering for and fans that are cheering for other teams, and it's just like this huge like weird camaraderie that I have never felt outside of like structured spaces like school, you know, like a bar isn't really a structured space, so everyone that's there is like choosing to be there on their own volition. So that was interesting. That's some pretty cool people watching basketball games out and about. But dude, if you didn't watch the actual game, literally it was won in like a second. Okay, so the last 5 seconds is probably one of the best games I've ever watched in my life, okay? And I've watched lots of basketball games in my time, and people are saying arguably one of the best NCAA championship games ever, because they both fought for it for so hard, especially in the last like minute and a half. I feel like 3 minutes before the end, Villanova pretty much was like leading by double digits, and then by the last 5 seconds it was tied. Like, it was insane. 5 seconds before the before the game clock ends, North Carolina drops a crazy 3, okay, tying the game at this point. So now we're thinking, okay, it's overtime because it's 5 seconds. 5-second mark. There's no way that something crazy is gonna happen within 5 seconds, right? Wrong. The ball's inbounded. It's Villanova's ball. They get it. I think his name is Jenkins. He literally landed another 3, like a crazy 3, like in 1.7 seconds or something. I was floored. Obviously, I was really excited. I literally screamed in my room alone because I didn't watch that at a bar. I watched it in my room, and I was so excited because Villanova won, and they haven't won in I don't know how many years. They were like the underdog, and their school was small and all this stuff, but it was a crazy intense game. I'll probably include a clip in here of the last 5 seconds, and it was amazing. Like, those kids are gonna go down in history. But I will say it's always so sad to watch the losing team because they're actually like in tears, some of them are crying, hiding their faces. I'm just like, ugh. Even though I didn't want North Carolina to win, I don't want them to feel like that. So yeah, no, definitely an amazing game, worth looking over, even if it's just like the highlights if you didn't watch the game, just to see how awesome these kids are at playing basketball. It's amazing the talent some people have for things. Let me know if you watched the game or what you thought about the clip, and I'm probably going to insert some more in here. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Beyonce's Elle magazine cover. Not really the cover, but the article in there. So she finally addresses the whole formation thing, which I'm like, yes, thank God, Bay, like, please address this. And she does it in such an eloquent way. Like, I was almost surprised because I feel like I don't really know her as a human. Like, we don't really interact with her in terms of like interviews and things like that very often at all. So when we do, I'm always just like surprised because I really don't know what to expect because we don't get that as much from her as we would from other celebrities, right? So one of the things that I think was interesting that she said was like, you know, she like definitely respects law enforcement and police officers and stuff, and respects the sacrifices they make to keep everyone safe and all this stuff, which is something I agree with. She was like, I do not stand for police brutality and etc., which I was like, yes, perfectly stated. That's literally what it is. Like, we're not saying we don't want police, we just don't want police brutality. Two separate entities, you know? And the fact that people can't separate that, I feel like, is her own issue. She also goes on to say something to the effect of, if people were offended by the video, that was probably an issue they had before the video even came out. So that's not something that she can take responsibility for, which I was like, on point. If you haven't read the article, you haven't seen it, I think you should go see it. Ooh, also, she brought out her like sneak peek to her line, Ivy Park, I believe, the workout clothing line. Let me know if you're gonna buy anything from that. I mean, I thought the video was really awesome, but I ain't got money really to blow right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything. But if I did have money, I would have been convinced. I'm like, yes, I need those leggings. But yeah, no, it was really, really interesting to get sort of an inside view into how she thinks and like the reasoning behind everything she's done. Ooh, on top of that, she talked about feminism, which yes, I'm a feminist, you know? And she was like, I don't understand why people are so afraid of the word. It basically means equality, right? So it's like, she was talking about, if you ask any father if they would want their child, their daughter, to be working for the same amount of time, energy, whatever, as a male and make 75 cents versus the dollar the male would make, they would say no. Like, they would not want that. So why is that like any different than feminism? That is what feminism is, right? It's fighting for the equality between these two different people or different sexes, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, she was just hitting all these points in that interview. I'll link the article down below, so go check it out if you haven't read it, and let me know what you think about Ivy Park and the fact that she finally talked. Also, let me know what you think about the fact that she really doesn't talk to the media. I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's intriguing. I also think that it means, like, if she does something, at least to me, it means a lot more and has more weight to it, because then it's like something that she's doing not for the media, but just for herself, and it's coming from a place internal, not for show, which I appreciate. But I don't know, other people could completely read it differently. So last thing I want to talk about is the How to Get Away with Murder season finale. I know I'm late because I'm literally watching it. I just watched it today. I'm very late, but I will say that I wasn't as surprised as I could have been. Some of the things I saw coming, you know, like his father, I was like, okay, I saw that coming, okay, cool, whatever. Did not see what happened at the end with his father coming. The whole Caleb thing, possibly saw that coming. Not necessarily saw that exactly coming, but I was like, I knew that when he had her in the house, when the other brother had her in the house, can't remember his name right now, he told her something. I knew he told her something when he was in Wes's apartment, so I was like, I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Wasn't sure how that shoe was gonna drop, so I was a little surprised, but you know what? Yeah. Also, they called Caleb a psychopath or a sociopath. He's a psychopath, not a sociopath, okay? There's a difference. He's too functioning in like actual normal world to be a sociopath. Yeah, psychopaths function better. So that, yeah, just wanted to clear that up. I don't know, I'm really excited to see what happens in the next season with Wes and how they're building that. And Annalise Keating always somehow ends up on top. In that sense, I would really want to be her. She always ends up on top. And who doesn't want to be on top? Like, I know I do. So yeah, let me know if you watch How to Get Away with Murder, if you're excited for the next season. Ooh, speaking of How to Get Away with Murder, I was at brunch on Sunday with my roomie, and guess who walked in the door? Caleb from How to Get Away with Murder. And let me say, he's beautiful. In person as well, just beautiful. My friend went and talked to him, and she was like, oh, he's so nice. Apparently it was his first time in New York City. I didn't go talk to him. I'm not good at talking to human beings. So yeah, let me know if you ever ran into celebrities and if you actually go talk to them, because clearly I don't. But you know, to each their own. My friend got a really cool picture that I'm so jealous of but you know what? It's not good. Maybe I'll see another celebrity one day. But yeah, so that's the end of this Fatima Friday. Be sure to join the conversation in the comments bar below. Let me know what you think about any of the topics. Beyonce, the How to Get Away with Murder, the Villanova championship win. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. So the quote for this week is going to be a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. So, random fact, I was really obsessed with Ralph Waldo Emerson, Walt Whitman, and Henry David Thoreau for a long time in 8th grade. One of my first published pieces of work was like an essay on metaphysics and Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass, and all this stuff in like 8th grade. I was obsessed. I was really interested in the way they think and what they did to support their way of thinking. So this is, I feel like, a really Ralph Waldo Emerson type quote. You know, if you're gonna put a quote and be like, this is Ralph Waldo Emerson, this one would be it. And it is, all is a riddle, and the key to a riddle is another riddle. Again, all is a riddle, and the key to a riddle is another riddle. I think that's funny. Let me know what you think about the quote and how you would read it and interpret it and all that good stuff, because that's, you know what, that's almost a riddle. The quote itself is a riddle. Haha, see what he did there? That's so Ralph Waldo Emerson though. And that's why I love him. They just kind of tweak your mind just a bit, you know, make you think. So the song for this week is going to be a song by Tove Lo. Like, I basically don't want to choose any song, but because I've been listening to like her album non-stop, but I'm going to choose actually, I don't know. I can't choose. Whatever song I choose, it'll be coming up right now. Okay? Right now.
And me, I'm not